So this stop, we're going to look at some bean work that's going on, and I just wanted to take a minute. You guys briefly met Dan Smith earlier. Dan's our farm manager here at Sheridan R&E Center, and Dan has the unique task of working with researchers that come up with these intricate designs, and Dan has to figure out how to actually make it work on the ground. And so he's really creative. He's really good at what he does. And he's going to tell us about something that's a little bit different than some of the other things that we'll see today. So, Dan.
Well, thank you all for coming out. Right now I get to put on my seed certification hat. Mike Moore with seed certification over in Powell, Wyoming Seed Certification, has asked me to do this little trial for the last several years. And what it is a bean disease training nursery. He has field scouts that go all over the Bighorn Basin scouting seed crop fields, mostly for dry bean seed, grass seeds, you name it. They're checking it out. And one of the issues they had is with seed-borne diseases in dry bean seeds. And so what they do, since you might wonder why we're doing this in Sheridan, since we're out of the growing area, they can take some of these diseases. And Bill Stump, who is our extension plant pathologist in Laramie, came up and inoculated them after I planted them with two different strains of type of disease, and I'm not sure exactly which ones, but they were hand inoculated after they were up to about 2-leaf stage. But then Mike will come over and he brings his whole field scout crew over toward the end. It'll be at the end of this month. He'll bring the whole crew over from Powell, and then they'll do a classroom session in the morning, and then they'll come out here to this plot and they'll look for bean diseases and see if they, basically for training their scouts. So they can go into a field, and they scout thousands of acres of seed fields over there every year. And so this gives them a little hands-on training, and it's a good excuse to come across to Sheridan in the summertime. So this is just something kind of fun that we've done the last few years, and it works out for him real well. And he's sorry he couldn't be here. I think he's got a wedding to attend or something, but he had planned on being here. But I've been involved with this for several years, so I'll turn it back over to Brian, and we'll go on to the next one. And if you got any questions, just holler.
Can you use the same plot, or does it move to another because of the disease persisting?
I basically, it's not in the same spot it was last year. It was actually over here last year and a lot smaller. I've kind of expanded a little bit, but yeah, I tend to move it around a little bit. So.
What kind of beans?
They're dry. These are pinto beans, just for seed.
So the disease is transferred in the seed?
Yeah, the seed is where the disease transferred a lot of times, and then it'll show up as symptoms in the plant.